Welcome back, honey buns, to another tantalizing episode of Gay Celebrity Crushes. Today, we're diving headfirst into the smoldering depths of Hollywood heartthrobbery with none other than the original bad boy himself, Marlon Brando. Oh, Marlon, you magnificent specimen of manhood. With those brooding eyes and that devil-may-care attitude, you had us all swooning faster than you could bellow, Stella. From Stanley Kowalski's sweaty machismo to Don Vito Corleone's quiet intensity, Brando oozed sex appeal from every pore. And that infamous Stella Adler training? Not all his co-stars appreciated it, looking at you, old blue eyes. But nothing says sexy like a man who takes his craft seriously, am I right? But let's get real for a second, darlings. Behind that rugged exterior lay a man with a penchant for stirring up scandal faster than you can say there is a method acting to his madness. And let me tell you, when I first heard whispers of Brando's dalliances with other dudes, my initial reaction was, pictures or it didn't happen. Well, imagine my delight when I learned that. In fact, there were, and so it did. And thus began my great internet sleuthing, naturally in the name of academic research, I swear. Was I successful in finding X-rated Brando imagery? You betcha. On my first try, I found Last Tango in Paris. For my younger viewers, please note that there was a time when an X rating didn't necessarily mean pornography, just a little extra spice. Think of it as the NC-17 of its day. But it wasn't all scandal and steamy escapades. Brando was also a fierce advocate for civil rights, using his platform to speak out against injustice and inequality. And as we know, this may have led to his fair share of controversies, like his often misunderstood decision to send Sachin Little Feather to refuse his second Oscar. While the incident is replayed often, mainly I think to mock her native costume and feather, it was actually a timely protest related to the then ongoing occupation of Wounded Knee. I would say more, but for goodness sake, you're on a device that will allow you to Google the event. So have at it and let me voice my biggest objection to the whole ordeal. Marlon, my Marlon, why on Unti Maka did you send Little Feather when, for example, you might have sent a strapping young brave, still dressed in Native American attire, of course? Perhaps in, I don't know, maybe one of those loincloths? That would have worked. I know I would have been standing at attention, paying attention. Marlon was a singular talent and gave life to so many legendary characters that I am amused that the role I find his most iconic is the one I've seen attempted by so many others. From high school auditoriums to Broadway houses to primetime television, hello to you, sexy Anne Margaret and tasty Treat Williams. I've seen many Stanleys and the only one who comes close to the raw sexual heat of Marlon. Flanders. Yeah, you know. As in Ned. Ned Flanders. The Simpsons? They did a musical version of Streetcar? Marge was Blanche? Come on, you know it. It was the greatest new musical to come out of a TV sitcom since Gilligan's Island did a musical version of Hamlet.
I asked to be or not to be.
Okay, Google that too. Marianne was kind of hot as a boy. But back to Flanders. You've got to give it to him. The dweeb is seriously ripped. I'd totally drop coin to finance Ned as an elder in a Toontown version of Missionary Boys. Now let's be real, my darlings. After that talk of Flanders, Marlon, I think I need a few minutes to collect myself. Something, as the saying goes, suddenly came up. But first let me say, I know that it is highly unlikely that any of us will ever meet our crushes in the flesh. But hey, it pleases me to know that if I ever had met Marlon, I could have been a contender. Happy 100th birthday, you saucy devil, you.